quality on this isn't good, but I will be talking about my story because whoever watches this will know me well enough. So, I want to talk about before I was born. My mom, when she went to the same elementary school as me that I'm going to now. I'm not saying the name. I'm not exposing everything, but I'm going to expose some stuff because I feel the need to open up about something because I feel incredibly weird right now. My real name, it is Baby Rodriguez. Baby Rodriguez. Valentina. I wasn't given a name at birth because my mom took too long to give me a name, and she was still thinking by the time we were already out of the hospital. And I go by Autumn.
It's just us and Mother Nature. She would never judge you.
And the nickname that I hate you use, or Valentina, by my grandma. And when my mom was she went to middle school, she hated it because she made a horrible impression on some girls, and she ended up going to another middle school. I'm not saying the name of where. I'll say where I'm from, but I'm not saying specifics because I'm not ever gonna say specifics. I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. I woke up really early. My stomach hurts. I haven't eaten anything besides. I haven't eaten since 5 in the morning.
Yes, I did. Enjoy.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best to speak. I'm trying to remember my story. My mom, then she went into high school. She started becoming a bad kid. She started drinking and got into fights, suspended. And I think she got kicked out on her senior year. She had her friend, Amanda, get her yearbook signed by people. And my mom, she started drinking either when she was 13 or 15. And so, sorry about the background because I'm watching Anne with an E.
While you are under my roof, you'll abide by my word.
Then I never told anyone about this. No one knows about this, but I have okay, I'll start with my dad before I start with my sisters. So, my dad was from Cuba. He's a very dangerous man in Cuba. There's this one time, I don't know if I'll get banned for this, but he pulled out GUN on my sister's dad one time, because you know how you're supposed to shift weekend things when your parents are divorced? Well, yeah, I don't actually have a brother. I don't have a brother. I have
I will leave and never come back.
5 half siblings. All half siblings. I have no full blood siblings at all. Not one bit. I have no full blood at all. My siblings are half, and I have other siblings I don't even probably know about because my dad, he's kind of a man, W-H-O-R-E, and
It's not right what you're doing. It's unkind. The child is her heritage.
so
Dare you speak to me
fa-
that way?
You
fast.
can't punish her for your own.
My own what?
Sorry,
You're
guys.
afraid to
Sorry.
release her because of what you might find.
I
You're
can't.
losing her right now because of your selfishness. No one deserves happiness more than our act. So
My stomach hurts so bad.
that's why I am giving her permission to go.
And so yeah,
That's right.
and then
Morning there. Mrs. Lynn invited me to walk with you this morning. Interested? Of course she did.
and so I'm so sorry. Maybe I should do a part 2 video. Actually, I just I don't have any full blood siblings, and my 2 siblings that I'm living with are Summer and Samara, her real name, and they're the best thing I could ever ask for. I love my sisters. I love them so much. Can't stand the thought of us getting split apart. And I might end this video early for any reason. And okay, my dad left me when I was 2 years old because he left for another woman because he wanted to use my mom for her body. And so after he did that, I was born, and he was there for only 2 years taking care of me. He had my other 2 half sisters that I don't live with. I only know what they look like from Instagram photos that my sisters have shown me. And my mom blames me she says I'm the reason why he left us, and I tell her that when we're in arguments, I tell her I'm not the reason he left us. You are. It's because you and your problems that you have put on him. But I don't think it was anyone's fault. I think it was not even her fault. I just said that because it's not my fault, and she shouldn't be saying that to me because I'm her daughter. My mom, I don't even consider her as a mom, but I'll go back to what I was saying. And so my mom, she got back with my sister's dad. Let's start talking about my sister's dad and my mom's first miscarriage. My mom had a miscarriage. I don't know the name of my 3rd sibling. That's my oldest son and sister, but I don't know if it was a sister or a brother. I never got to meet him or her. I'll just call her, him, them, they, because I don't know the gender. I don't know if they wanted to be straight, lesbian, gay, bisexual, pansexual, demigirl, demiboy, transgender. I don't know. I never met them. I wish I did, but my mom had a miscarriage because she drank too much alcohol. As I said in the beginning, she has an alcohol problem, and I'll tell you more about that when I start to get more early into today's things. And so that was a miscarriage. They tried again, and they had my sister Summer, summer was wonderful. And then a year later, around Summer's birthday, they had Kiki, and then he cheated, so they got divorced, and my mom went to my dad. They shoot, like, they're talking, and then eventually they started dating. They never got married, never, and I'm glad they never did, because I hated him. I hate him till I die. And and then they had me, and then he left me when I was 2 years old, and then after that, my mom went back to my sister's dad, and they had their ups and downs. She once caught him texting a old grandma, like, they're dating, and she confronted him about it, and they got in an argument, and he went to jail a couple of times because he's beaten up my mom so badly she had to go to the hospital. He broke the phone that he broke. Okay. He's broken a phone, because back in the day there were flip phones, and she had a flip phone to call her dad, my grandpa, because he was going to Mexico, and he smashed it because he thought she was talking to other guys. And then he went to jail, and his parents, he abused them too, and he was a broke loser. He had no job, he was broke. My mom, she had a job, she wasn't broke, she had her driver's license, she had money, she paid bills, and he didn't do any of that. He didn't even have his driver's license. All he had was an ID and a card, and then she helped him. Apparently, this is what I heard. She helped him build up, and then my mom started drinking again. He started abusing her, and then there's one time in kindergarten, or first grade, and she was drunk, and in the morning, and me and my sisters were getting ready for school. He was here, and my grandpa, he was in Mexico, and so he pulled my mom's head up by her hair, and he grabbed her phone. This was around the time she started talking to Nigerians on TikTok, and I hope they never, ever, ever see this video, because I don't want her to yell at me, and I don't want my sisters to take down this account. So, and his name was Jude. They've been dating for 4 years. He grabbed her phone, he threw it on the floor, and he smashed it with a hammer. That traumatized me, and I never dared to cross his road. And there's one time I was watching YouTube on the TV, because I was a TV kid, because I didn't have a phone or an iPad, because the plug got chipped, just like it did with my other account, Silly H3 Arts, for like an actual 4, number 4, Carlos, and so I forgot what part I was left on. I crossed this road, and like everything just changed. Then he started throwing his belt and his shoes at me. I was crying. My mom, she took me out of the room. She let me play Roblox on her phone. I calmed down, and I didn't dare cross his path then, but it kept crossing his path, and I would try everything to be loved.
Mary Jo, where are you going? The usual errands in town. I'm gonna join you. But why? Because life is short. The world is wide. Let's go.
And nothing would help. He would just keep yelling at me, my sisters. There's this one time he was trying to set up a bath for me while my mom was outside talking to my auntie, Liza. And Summer, I was crying because I was too little to even remember this. Summer told me the bath was so hot it would literally burn my skin, and I didn't want to go in, and he was yelling at me. And my sister Summer went to go Kiki went to go tell Liza that all of three of us were little, literally so little. And she went to go tell not Liza, my mom, and she was like, it's fine. She was like annoyed, she was like getting annoyed. And so my Summer would take the blame. He threw a chair. He threw a chair at her.
Great for a fire, sir. Will you please let me know when to stop by?
He threw a plastic chair at her because she took the blame for my sister. Because she didn't want her to get hurt, because she knew how he is. She knows how he is and how he was, and he's bipolar.
Speak English. Your heathen tongue is forbidden. Now, sing to the Lord.
And she was crying, but he told her to stop crying or else he would hit her with his hand. And then,
That's stupid. You're stupid. Mi jealousy, the what?
it's already 19 minutes long, and I still haven't gotten to these days, so I'll just skip a while. But he would abuse us until later. He left for his mistress, Jessica. He already had 2 kids with her, and she had an extra kid from her ex-husband. They cheated together. They both worked at Walmart, and he cheated with her, and they had 2 kids together, Austin and Ezra. And when I tell you about Ezra, and then when we went to visit them later on in this video, I might end it short. And if I do, and if I post this video, just know I will hope to post a part 2, and I'm never watching this on my school computer unless I shall want help. But then he left when when we were in like when I was in first or second grade. I don't know what grade my sisters were in. And second grade, I transferred to the elementary school I'm going to now. I'm not saying this school. And at first, I was the smartest kid in the class. I got certificates. And then like I started to stop. I got slowed down. I behaved badly, and third grade came around. It was even worse. I got even more bad, and I went to the principal's office like once, but not a lot of times. I got in trouble a lot of times, and in fourth grade, the grade I was in, but I'm going into fourth, it was even worse. It was the worst it's ever been. It was very, very, very bad. I got a lot of teachers' discipline notes, and I went to the principal's office a lot of times. I got suspended at the end of the year. I had to spend time in the office, and it was all for boy Carlos, but I'm not gonna go too deep into that because I don't think I shall. I don't think I should. And I got in trouble, and I had to stay in the office for a long time, and I had restrictions. I couldn't go into YouTube. I wasn't allowed to go on music while I did Gigi to help me focus, and I wasn't allowed to do in the office. I would have to do work that I didn't finish, and if at lunch I would have to sit at the big table, and then but it wouldn't always happen. I wouldn't always go to big chairs, but I would sit there, and then as soon as I finished, I would have to do my work, and I wasn't allowed to do DIY crafts in class anymore. I wasn't allowed to basically the only time I was allowed to play with my class and like go out was free recess PE, and actually no, I wasn't allowed to go to PLC. PLC is basically PE with the coaches, and I would have to stay in the office during PLC. And then the first day when I got back from my suspension and they told me I'd have to stay in the office at lunch, they made me stay until school was over because apparently we had PLC, but we didn't have PLC. It wasn't even PLC for any of the classes. I'm pretty sure it was PLC for second and third, but I'm in fourth, and they kept mixing me up with the fifth graders, fifth and sixth. They kept thinking I was in fifth, and I would have to stay a bit longer, and that's why I started making a schedule for myself. And on minimum days, I would only be in there for like not even that long. And I'm so sorry. So yeah, and I would be forced to have my chair. And oh my God. I would be forced to have my chair pushed in to my table, and I would be forced to do my work. I wasn't allowed to talk with my friends in class, and I would have to ask the teacher permission if I could sit with a friend and do work, and I would have to ask and to use the restroom, and like, because I would use the restroom breaks to see Carlos, and so now I would have to be assisted there. I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't be able to walk in the hallways to the restroom because Carlos' class was like right next to my class, and I would be forced to walk out. Otherwise, if I used the hallway, I would look suspicious. And I wouldn't be able to be near, talk to Carlos, look at him. And if I did, I would be punished even more. And I know that I know that Miss Mao, principal, was trying to test my limits. I know she was. Because, and there's a talent show at the end of the year, and his class was right behind me, and he was sitting right behind me, like in the same, like, and I couldn't look behind me to my friends behind their class. Otherwise, I would be forced to look at him, and then I would be punished. So I would have to look completely straight. And if I laughed in that talent show, or like was talking, I would get in trouble. But I was talking, but Miss Albus would look at me. She'd be like, "Quiet," and I would talk like after the performance when everyone was clapping, because no one would hear me. And so I wasn't able to laugh during any of that, or else I'd be punished even more. And I didn't want that. And so basically, fast forward to starting to now.
My ankle was never too bad.
You lied?
I did. In order to experience something that's important to me.
What is that?
Freedom.
Dun, 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 dun.
Are you safe
Dun,
now?
dun,
Can
dun,
you
dun.
sleep?
For your troubles.
So sorry guys, I keep getting distracted. 28 minutes into this video already. Fast forward to now, I'm single, my life's a mess. I feel absolutely horrible. I'm having suicidal thoughts, self-harm thoughts, and I've been at least SA'd at least 3 times, and twice by the same person, and once by crush. And I'm starting to like hide my feelings from my family, and I'm trying my best to keep my life a secret, because I know if they knew that I'm a Satanist bisexual, I dated a girl, they would make fun of me, they would be mad at me, they would force me to do stuff I don't want to do, and I don't want that. And my mom, she has a drinking problem. She has leukemia. She said she had leukemia cancer, but she lied. She doesn't have cancer. She lied because she's drunk and she's not thinking straight. She can't think at all, actually. But one day, I'm afraid that her liver is gonna fail. And because all this alcohol she consumes in a lot of years, it's been basically her whole life. She's 40 and she's been drinking since she was 15. That's a lot of alcohol, and that's too much. And so I'm afraid her liver's gonna fail, and my sisters will go to their dad and they hate him. And I will tell you about our trip, but give me a second. I will tell you about our trip right now. But, like, I'll continue. I'm so sorry. I just keep getting notifications and I'm trying not to look at them. But I have to look at them. I don't know what I'm getting. Oh, it's YouTube. By the way, guys, I'm using my front camera. My front camera's broken, so that's why it's blurry and, like, yeah. But if I use my behind camera, it's, like, more clear, brighter. Wait. Yeah, it looks blurry. Who keeps... Why do I keep getting... My thing keeps lighting up. I don't know, I think it's something. I'll check a bit. It's my settings. Huh. Okay. I'll start with the trip right now. So, actually, yeah, and I will be sent to either, I don't know where I'll be sent to. I'll either be sent to my dad, but also I'll also might go to an orphanage, or under a system, I don't know what it was called, and foster parents or something. I don't know if foster parents are when child protective services or something. I don't know, but yeah, and I just can't do it anymore. And my friend Marilyn, her mom doesn't understand. She's like, don't call your mom an idiot, don't be rude to your mom, she's still your mom. She doesn't act like it, she's not there for us. She never attends the school things, or she's never, like, there. Never. When I say never, I mean never. Let's start with the trip. I'll start with the first trip. The first trip was horrible. I got to